Happy New Year, YouTube. Happy New Year to all my subscribers. It's 2018. We are here in a brand new year again with all the New Year's resolutions and all of the good stuff that comes with a brand new year. Today, I'm going to kick off the YouTube channel for this year with a brand new brow tutorial. I know I did one before and it's no longer on the channel. It got deleted. I didn't have it backed up. So I decided what better way to start off the year than with a brand new brow tutorial, which has actually been my most requested video to be done on the channel. So this is here to stay. Hopefully I'm going to back it up just in case anything goes wrong. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends if you want to see more. This look today I did using my new Juvia's Saharan palette with a little pop from another palette. If you all would like to see a tutorial on how I created this entire look, please comment below and I would be sure to get on that for you all. And if you want to see how I achieve my brow look or how I do my brows on a daily, how I do my brows on clients, you all can stay tuned and take a look at the video. Hope you all enjoy. Again, don't forget to click subscribe and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it and share with your friends. All right, so stay tuned to see how I do my brows. Okay, let's get started on this eyebrow tutorial explanation on how I do my brows. I would normally need product to fill in. My go-to product is the Colourpop pencil. This is in the shade black and brown. I would also need a brush for concealer. I have two options. I normally like the Morphe M705 because of its unique shape, as well as I can also use a Colourpop pencil. Notice the head is shaped almost the same. Those are my preference. For the actual filling in of the brow, if I choose to go in with either a powder or a brow gel, I like to use the MAC 208. These days, one of the brow gels that I have found myself using a lot for filling in my brows is the Juvia's brow gel. It is pretty light, but it works well for me depending on the color of my hair. Having said that, I've also pushed back the hair already so that makes it easier for you all to see what I'm doing. Sorry, I was distracted there. I just need to put on my AC. All right, so to start off, oh, I forgot, importantly, I also need my two concealers for cleaning up. Now, I do my brows a little bit different. Most persons would fill in their brows first and then they will do the entire cleanup the bottom, clean up the top. I do mine a little bit differently. I normally start with carving out or cleaning up the bottom of the brows first and then I start filling. Alright, so I'm going to take the first shade that I'm going to use, which is Golden Forte Colourpop Concealer, and I'm going to dispense a small amount on just a plain tray. I suppose you can go in directly if you want because it's yours. I have a mirror here that I'm going to use so that I can see a little bit better. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. And I normally start from ahead of the brow, all right? And you want to carve out using that concealer. I'm going to carve out the bottom of my brow. Now, we all know this Colourpop concealer dries pretty quickly, so it makes sense to move a little bit quickly with it. All right, because of the explanations, please note there will be no music playing in the background of this video. All right, you see the brow already has a very defined shape once you go ahead and you do your cleanup first. Now you try to mirror it, and remember, one thing I've always said is whatever you do on one side of the brow, try to immediately go in and do on the other side. So you want to do your brow in parallels. Everything that you do on one side, you go in and you do on the other side. That's the closest way to get your brows to look uniform, rather than try to do an entire brow and then try to make the other one look like it. That is a bit of a harder sell. Alright, notice I sort of angled outwards and not down too much. As we get older, gravity is not your friend. Alright, and you want to give the illusion of a lifted look, so you want to take the brows more up rather than down. Alright, you want to blend out that pencil, sorry, that concealer. And what the cleanup did first was give you a more defined area to work with. Alright? To me, it also looks a lot more natural than when you clean up afterwards. You can take any, I have another ColourPop brush here that I'm going to use to just blend out the excess product. Alright? So my second step would be to then take my ColourPop brow pencil. I think I actually would have preferred the lighter shade this time. So I'm not going to use black and brown. I'm actually going to use, Banging Brunette, which is a little bit lighter. See? A little bit lighter. It goes pretty well with this Juvia's Place gel, which I'm also going to try to use in this tutorial. So starting a little way inside, I don't normally go straight to the end. I want to start a little way off, and I start to fill or draw out and outline the bottom line of my brow using thin, light hair-light strokes. And you see, the brow ends just where it should end. Follow through, doing the same thing on the other side. Measuring again to ensure that your brows are perfect length. Alright, and there you have the bottom of the brow carved out, first of all with your concealer, and then second of all with your brow pencil or whatever brow product you choose to use. Now let's go ahead and start carving out the top. Well, not carving out, but outlining the top using the same pencil. So I'm going to now go at the top of the brow head, at the top of the brow itself, and same thin hair-light strokes. I'm now going to outline the top of my brow, and I'm going to realize I'm going to go in a little bit higher here because I need to fill that area just a little bit more, and you'll see me trying to make the other one to look more uniform to it. There you go. Now you're going to go to the other side. And you're going to outline the top of the brow there as well. Alright, now I'm going to start coming closer to the head of the brow. And this is where I'm going to switch now from the pencil that I've been using into the brow gel. And this, as I said before, is the Juvia's Place brow gel. It comes in a duo with the black gel liner as well, which is actually pretty good. That gel liner is fantastic. It's not in glut, but it's pretty good. I've found myself using it quite a lot. In fact, a lot more than my Inglot in recent times. So I'm just going to, using my MAC 208 brush, get a good bit of that Juvia's product on the brush, and I'm going to go into the brow now, mimicking the hairs using hair-like strokes and filling in the brow with that gel. Normally the gel to me gives a little bit more staying power in that it lasts a lot longer than a powder or even just the pencil on its own. And this has to be one of the more natural looking brow gels. So you see, you can still see actual hairs in the brow. And then you follow through by repeating on the other side. Remember I said we do our brows in parallel. Whatever you do on the left, you do the same, on the right. All right, and so we're gonna go in, filling in. I always tend to remind persons as well that our brows are not twins, sisters, but not twins. I refuse to spend an entire half hour doing brows alone because I want them to look exactly alike. All right, to the front, I'm gonna go upwards in these same hair-like strokes. And I'm also going to use the spoolie on the end of my Color Pop pencil, and I'm just going to slightly feather it forward. Nothing too much. All right. Brush all that hair into place. I do notice some areas looking a little more filled in than others. This is where you would go in with probably another round of your gel and fill in those areas. All right, remember the aim is to make it look as natural as possible. And then taking the concealer that is closer to your actual foundation shade or Tarte foundation, whatever suits your fancy. So in this case, I'm going to be using Tan 50 in the Color Pop, dispensing it on that same tray and going in with the same brush that I used. All right, so I'm going to take up some of that, and then I'm going to go ahead now and clean up the top of the brows. Now, if you look at it carefully, it doesn't necessarily need cleaning up, but if you want that sharper, more intense look, you can go ahead and clean up the top of the brows. This is actually a step that I sometimes skip because it's not always necessary. My brows are pretty well defined on its own because of how I groom them. I use both razor and I don't wax. I use both a razor as well as scissors to clip and keep my brows in shape. All right, so I'm going to go in at the top, and I'm going to, I think I picked up quite a bit of concealer, more than I expected to actually. And I'm now going to go ahead and make the top a little bit more defined. And you always want to make sure your ends come down in that peak. Alright, using the same brush, I always go in, sorry, not the same brush, but that brush that I cleaned up with before, and I tried to just, don't need that. You go in and make sure that you have the shape that you are looking for. All right, and then we go in on the other side. This also helps just in case, you know, maybe one side is looking a little thicker than the other. This is the method you would use to kind of bring it together now. And notice I don't rush. I take my time See, so this side is looking a little bit thicker, so I'd want to go and just kind of slightly cut down on that just a bit. Going back in with that color pop brush. And just sort of blend it out. Blend out all of that concealer. There we go. And that's how easily you can do your brows. You know, just go see if there's any area that you need touching back up. Alright, at this stage is when I would normally go in and do my eye makeup, do my foundation, etc. And sometimes a little powder can get on the brow from when you're setting your face. You can therefore then go in with a little brow powder. This one is a simple Arista powder from Arista eyeshadow found here in Trinidad. It's called Matte Brown, and using that same MAC 208 brush, I would go in and I would just clean it back up. Or you can use a brow gel and just run that brow gel through the brow, and that will clean up any powder that would have fallen while you were having your makeup done. But this, folks, is a simple version of how I do my brows. I hope that you all found this video helpful. Yeah, don't forget to click on subscribe to the video, share the video with your friends, and I hope I see you back for more. All right, take care, folks.